Whatever she's doing, she is on that. Therefore, if you summarize our country, you will find that within the bandwidth of science, technology, and innovation, we are everywhere. We are the highest, up to down to traditions and entrepreneurship. But, despite all these outputs, the reality is that this is the kind of infrastructure you provide in where more than 70% of your population are. Even when you produce a tarred road and then the drainage, we have to block it to make it normal before we leave. We can't maintain. This is how we carry the children to school, if they're even lucky in these rural areas. When they reach the schools, this is it. A country that will come and start saying, by 2015, we will export cement, we will export timber. We cannot make benches for our basic education institutions. This is how most of those in rural areas actually get their fresh water to drink. We're here, we're talking about managing infrastructure, but this is it. These are the engineers for the agricultural sector that everybody depends on. No wonder Maroga says we like the roadside markets. Because these engineers, these are the combined harvesters they come up with. And we keep saying and re-echoing agriculture is the major employer of labor. Well, these are the managing directors. This is their product. And when we process, this is Gari processing. In Nigeria, we have nearly 300 professors of cassava technology. Yet, cassava is planted manually, is harvested manually, is processed manually, and you eat it manually. These are the markets that Maroga was talking about. This is it. We like this. Perishables. They will price you one day. You know, when our graduates, even when we try to implement billion naira projects, you will, and all sorts of things, these are the kind of jobs our graduates can get. When we look at our performance books, it is about plantain fryers, about vulcanizers. Go and look at the data of NDE. It's about tailors at federal level, taxi drivers, and so on and so forth. The list is very long. The fundamental thing is that it's not that Nigeria does not have science or technology or recognized innovations. These three houses are repelling each other. They are not working. The science system is not supporting the technology. And the technology is not driving it. So, and to realize the master of all infrastructure is that there's a value of death. We have the knowledge, we have people who require the knowledge, but we don't understand that there's a value of death. Every country has to build a bridge over this. And it's not easy. And what we're doing through this workshop and many others is to turn the arrows to say, no, Nigerian knowledge system, you must be relevant so that we can maintain, so that we can build power systems, so that we can be able to do all this and so on and so forth until they overlap. This overlapping here is the sweet spot. Every country can measure that. How much of our science is becoming technology? How much of the technology is actually driving our economy? This overlap is key and is measurable. And it is only when you have that bridge that you can do it. So the strength of that bridge is the key facility to ensure that we survive. Literally, there has to be a shock treatment of the whole system. That's why when I heard of the transformation agenda, when it came in 2009, I was very excited. I thought we must be part of this so that it can be able to work. Our own education system has to change from just training and centers of schooling to become research and development and experimentation centers. Very few of the companies you see here are actually working with universities. There is no communication company in Nigeria, it doesn't matter how much you praise it, that has one single PhD that is actually thinking. I know. I've studied it. That has to change. Our own universities and polytechnics must change to become production and industrial centers. We must prove, the proof of concept has to be there, so that these institutions must become enterprises who need to sell their products to survive. Most of the consultants that you see coming to you are actually professors in the universities too. How come yours are sitting there? Used as tools for collaborating nationally and internationally. When the president is flying out, you should see at least 10 professors in that plane. Not just politicians. We must also use. Then, if that is working, you will find that the human capital will change. The young people that we are producing will become innovative entrepreneurs. They will have high values, less corruption, less cheating. They will demonstrate know-how. And based on what you are teaching, they will demonstrate managerial and organizational skills. And then these facilities can actually be managed very well. Not the way we are going now. You go to University of Ibadan, 93% of the staff and students put together are all Yoruba speaking. It can't work. You go to Nsukka, 99% of the staff and students are all Igbo speaking people. Go to Zaria, nearly 100% is all Hausa speaking people. No, that has to break. If you don't break it, you will now be breeding the same cultural inbreeding. And before you know, people will not even know what is happening next door, just to prove what I said. Then, if we do that, you'll find that the young people that are coming will recognize the opportunities that are in the Sahara. How can, when foreigners come to Nigeria, they will wonder, how come that you are declaring unemployment? Look at all these things that need to be done. Because the guys who are coming out of universities, we have not given them the glasses to see these opportunities. They only carry CV that is not written very badly. First paragraph is name, local government, religion, marital status. Second paragraph, education, primary school, secondary school, then referees. This is university graduate. So this cannot work. And then you will produce people who will understand that the social, cultural, and interpersonal is a capital. So that the Yoruba guy, the Igbo guy, and the Fulani guy will learn how to network and create strong connection from education. So if we leave universities purebred, that cannot happen. We must see that these young people should understand that they should be sharing knowledge, experiences, difficulties and opportunities because they are coming from different areas to the extent that they will learn, even in universities, how to negotiate, how to discuss, how to work jointly, not how to fight. It is only when you have these things that the technical capital will work, so that we're investigating as a team, we're discovering things, and all of it towards improving the productivity of our country. And then money is last. But in Nigeria, money is first. When you get money first, the only thing that can come is you want to buy vehicles, you want to travel, and so on, and all the other capitals will disappear. This, again, is the value chain. Literally, is to create what I call as the triple helix, the leadership. It doesn't matter